Hey everyone, I'm back. Oh my god. This is my review of Attack on Titan episode 21 entitled Crushing Blow 57th Expedition Beyond the Walls Part 5. And I just want to say a couple things right before I get into the summary of this episode. First off, best Attack on Titan episode yet, period. And two, perfect episode. Zero flaws in this episode, and that's rare for me to say. I could not find a single fucking flaw in this episode. Okay? That being said, let's get into the summary before I praise the shit. Praise the fuck out of this episode even more. Alright, so Erwin tells Hanji that it was a mistake to think all humans who can transform into Titans are like Eren, when the female has unique abilities, while elsewhere the mole transforms into the female Titan and chases after Levi's squad. Eren wants to transform into his Titan form, but the squad tells him to trust in their skills and keep moving forward, which he does, stupidly, and you'll find out in just a sec here exactly why. Petra, Erd, and Auro manage to blind the female Titan and attempt to cut off her arms and kill her. However, the female Titan manages to quickly regenerate her right eye and killed Erd, Petra, and Auro. Seeing his comrades dead, a grieving Eren transforms into his Titan form, which gets Mikasa's and Levi's attention. Believing his comrades and squad's deaths could have been avoided if he had transformed in the first place, Eren fights the female Titan in a long battle. Not really too long, but still. The female Titan defeats Eren by decapitating his head and then swallowing Eren. Mikasa attempts to stop the female Titan, but to no avail. She is later joined by Levi, who tells her who says that they should keep their distance as the female Titan is getting tired. Okay, now that summary there was good, but it doesn't even half sum up how fucking amazing that this episode was. First off, the animation, there were no flaws in the animation in any fucking scene, period. It was perfect all the way through. It was beyond perfect, okay? Really, it was. You know, the music, of course, was beautiful as always, all the way through. Now, let's talk about Eren. Now, the past episode or two, I've been saying that I'm really getting a bad feeling here, because it looks like they're backpedaling in terms of Eren's character development. And I was right. If they would have continued that route, that's basically what it would have been. But no. I guess I have to have more faith in the frickin' writers here. Okay. Because no, that's not what they were doing at all. In fact, Eren's still exactly where he should be, in my opinion. He is a hardcore Avenger, right? He was blaming their deaths on himself, because if he would have transformed into the Titan earlier, he believed that he could have stopped it. And I believe he was right, or at least he could have stopped it from killing them. I mean, you know, the result to Eren might have been the same, but at least he may have been able to prevent it from killing all of his comrades. So, once again, he was right. By trusting in them, they died. Perfect, isn't it? Alright, and of course when Eren got eaten, Mikasa blew a fucking gasket. And understandably, because, you know, Eren's like her only family now. Eren and Armin, but Eren more closely because she's moved in with Eren. and they have a much longer history than Armin does with her. You know, so yeah, I just love this episode in every single fucking way. Now, I was kind of sad to see Petra. Those other two that died, I really couldn't give a shit, but I was kind of sad to see Petra die, because out of the rest of Levy's squad, she was definitely my favorite one. I actually did kind of like Petra as a character, but now she's dead, and you know, it goes to show you that maybe some people actually do die in vain, because you know, this episode this series just constantly reaffirms the sense of hopelessness that this series has. And this episode was no different. All three of them were killed, and Eren tried to avenge their deaths so that they didn't die in vain, but he failed at that. Okay? So maybe some people just do die in vain. I think that's really the hidden moral that it's trying to teach here. It's that. And also people die when they are killed. Now, when it comes to Levy, though, I mean, he was just staring down there at the corpses of his dead comrades. Alright, with a bland expression on his face. It's like, wow, this guy, like, what the fuck has he been through in his life, to where, you know, what the fuck has he seen to where he's so cold-hearted like this? I would love to actually see if not like a flashback in the same manga, like a spin-off manga that tells about Levy's past and whatnot, because I think that would be really interesting. He's such a cold-hearted character, and it must have stemmed from something that happened in his past. So I would love to see that in like a flashback in this manga, or better yet, like a spin-off manga that's going on at the same time as this manga. So this manga can still continue, but they'd also be able to tell Levy's past at the same exact time. Alright, but either way, you know, I think that would be fucking awesome. Alright, and then Mikasa, who, you know, she wanted so bad to avenge Eren's death, and but she wasn't able to get any strikes in, I don't think. Like, she did try until Levy showed up, but I don't think she got very far at all, really. And then, of course, Levy showed up and told her to regroup, that they need to keep their distance because the female Titan's getting tired, which that I didn't quite understand. If the female Titan's getting tired, wouldn't that mean that they would have a better chance than if the female Titan's not tired? I mean, unless he's saying wait until a female Titan gets too tired to continue, then strike. I'm not too sure about that, but that could be what he means. Alright, and we kind of learned this at the end of the last episode, but they reset it at the beginning of this episode too, is that the female Titan is someone who is with them in their expedition, alright? Which is a scary thought, really. And also it was said in this episode that the female Titan was with them when they saw Eren emerge from the Titan. Now, I'm not exactly sure all who that is, but if I knew, then I could basically tell you all of the suspects for the female Titan, and then minus a few because there was people who got killed by it during this exposition. So that would probably narrow it down pretty well. I might actually do that in a little bit. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this episode, though. Overall, it was just a perfect episode. I just really don't know what else to say about this. Oh, there's also one other thing near the beginning of this episode that I do want to talk about. It's kind of, it's not boring, but in comparison, I mean, it's really interesting, but in comparison to the rest of the episode, it is kind of boring. But I still feel the need to mention it, though. Armin is talking with Erwin, I think it is, or someone at the beginning of near the beginning of the episode, and he's saying that he thinks that he suspects that the Titans are after something else, because the Titans, he brings up when Eren puts the boulder in the wall of Trost, the Titans stopped chasing him, suspecting that maybe it's that's a good point. Why would they do that, you know? Suspecting that maybe it wasn't in their best interest to stop him from doing that, and they have something else on their plate right now that they need to take care of. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting that Armin said that, and it is worth thinking about as well and looking into. So, yeah, but overall, like I said before, perfect episode. I could not find a single fucking flaw with it. The pacing as well. I mean, the pacing was absolutely fucking perfect. So, yeah. Anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.